Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. I am Ajit Mahuli, the founder and mentor at LPAT. Let's take a look at what the indices have been doing and are likely to do in the coming week. Let's begin our analysis with Nifty. So October month has been a selling month for Nifty, and it covered nearly the second month as well in that fall. So that's quite a sharp fall. And if we close like this by end of the month, or let's say even below 23,800, then that's probably going to be much bearish going forward. So on any pullback, shorts can be taken, and that's the area of demand zone where prices are likely to turn in case they start falling. So that's the scenario. There will be supply here in this area, but on smaller time frames. In weekly, we just have this live candle. Another 3 days to go for this candle to close, and it's also going to be monthly expiry. So expect some volatility to go up. On the weekly, we have formed a very nice drop-based drop, and that's the area of demand zone which is still holding. Nifty is still weak as per the monthly and weekly chart. And here we have the supply. Only once we go, let's say, beyond 25,200, then we can try and reach the existing all-time high. So this is going to be a very crucial point for Nifty. That's the proximal line of the drop-based drop. Beyond this, if we close beyond this, then we can even look at scaling and giving new highs. That's quite possible. But right now, the trend is weak and we need more confirmation. Today, we opened up with an inside gap on the daily and weekly. Price hit that weekly EMA, I would say the week to week of a DBD, and corrected, but it did not fall much. So this week is going to be interesting. After this kind of fall, expect maybe because of expiry short covering, and prices could probably make an attempt to move towards 24,700 at least. If we break this, that's the next area of demand zone on the weekly. And after that, we have again this old 22,000 demand zone, which is quite possible if we break this. But right now, there is another demand zone fresh. We are sold off quite a bit. So expect a technical pullback in the index. On the daily chart, again, we had a drop-based drop, but not much of a significance. Price went up and retraced back a little bit, but still closed positive. Remember, we opened gap up and went beyond Friday's high. So that's a good sign and a bullish sign. So if we start trading again above 500, that's the area where we are likely to head to, which could happen quite quickly. Maybe even this week expiry, this monthly expiry, we could reach that area of about 24,900. Maybe small time supply zones will be here. So this is going to be a crucial point. Once we go beyond 24,600, and if you're long anywhere here, you can hold it up to, let's say, at least 24,850, 880 areas. Now that's the area of demand zone from where we are moving up. So if I put market, it's this technically the main demand zone. Price came back, held. We have another demand zone here, which is off that demand zone, which is pierced that. And prices rose up. So for prices to move up or at least move towards 24,800, we needed to go beyond this, which should be possible since we are pretty low on the curve after a strong sell-off. If we gap up beyond this tomorrow, then that's going to be a good bullish signal for intraday tomorrow, where you can look at smaller time frames to go long. If we break, let's say, 23,950 and close below that, then there is nothing to hold prices still. At least, let's say, 23,500 and then subsequently 22,900. Those are the targets on the downside in case we move. On the upside, first target would be around 850,900 and second target would be around 25,200. Once we go beyond this and close, the downtrend gets negated, and we would probably head towards 26,150. But For that, the first sign would be that we start trading above 24,600. On the 75-minute chart, that's the intraday chart. Nice move today. We opened gap up. We retraced this drop-based rally and moved up. There is no great supply here, in my opinion. And if we start trading about this tomorrow or day after, I would expect price to at least go towards 24,880. That would be the next immediate target on the long side. We are low on the curve, so shorts should be really avoided. If you are in shorts, maybe it's good time to book profits and re-enter once we come closer to this area of supply zone. So right now, the next supply on 75-minute chart is going to be at this area, which is about 600. So it's important that we negotiate this. And in my opinion, this should not be a problem. Maybe there'll be a couple of base candles or few base candles before we start moving towards this. So that's actually the demand zone on 75-minute chart, which has been active. So if you take a look at it, price came back here and gave a new high. So we can at least expect a bounce till 24,800 and 25,200 after that. So uh, don't short here, maybe intraday shorts for strict reward to risk ratios. Otherwise, shorts will not really make any sense. On the smaller time frame here, we still have demand that is very far. That's number one demand. We are having this area also as demand zone. So only once we close below 23,800, I would say fresh targets of 22,300, 400, and then subsequently 22,500 would be open. But as of now, I would say those who are aggressively bullish can look at going long. And on a pullback on smaller time frame demand zone and target, let's say 24,700 and 24,900. All right. So slightly bullish outlook, but not yet out of the woods completely. We need more confirmation. Once we trade about 24,500, prices should make an attempt to move up towards 24,900. A quick look at India VIX. India VIX has cooled off a little bit. That's the main supply on the weekly. These are level on top of each other. That's a weekly supply. This is the weekly area of demand zone. We are in a range. We go up to 15.5 and then come back to 13.5. That's what is happening. Remember, 5th, we have US election results. So market volatility is expected to rise. So be cautious about your trades, focus on your location and change in the trend. Or for continuation of trend, we'll have to wait for prices to pull back to good areas of supply zone so that you can go short. So that's a supply. So maybe we could pull back towards at least, let's say, these areas of demand zone. If that happens, Nifty could easily move on. Look at Bank Nifty, which is probably more stronger as compared to Nifty, especially the private banks. And today again, PSU banks were looking good. Prices really went up post some results by BOB and we'll be having Canara Bank and State Bank yet to announce the results. PNB also, I think, was a good result quarter. That's the monthly demand zone. In case we continue the fall and go below 49,600, we could easily move towards 47,000 areas, 47,500. But right now, range bound activity continues. If this goes up again above previous month's open, probably there is a chance that November series, at least first week, could be more towards the upside. But monthly doesn't give too much of information. On the weekly, that's a critical demand zone, which is right now holding up, and that's the area of supply zone. This is not a qualified supply, remember, it's just a rally-based drop. So that's the range for Bank Nifty on the weekly for the next couple of weeks. So if we start moving up, only beyond this, we can expect probably even a new high or retest of these highs. Price is holding these areas of demand zone. Next areas of demand zone are all the way here. at around 47,500. On the daily chart, if you see after hitting this low, we went up pretty strong. We tested that gap level, came back, but haven't broken. We are holding these gap levels here that was created. On the daily chart, that's the best area of demand. So in case the fall continues, this time we could end up moving all the way towards 49,700 areas. And that demand zone is holding pretty well because it gave a new high. So if we, instead of moving up, come here, then there is a good chance that once the move starts towards the upside, we would go here or even probably to these sides. This is still okay as compared to Nifty and can look at some aggressive bullish uh, longs. There is no supply here as such. This base drop is not worth it. So probably a move above 51,800 will again open up targets of 52,500 and maybe even 53,000. So Bank Nifty looks a little bit more bullish as compared to Nifty, but again, we still have to wait for confirmations. Uh, this is the area from where we are moving up again. And Bank Nifty's, once we negotiate 51,800, the path of least resistance will be to the upside. In case we start coming down, keep a watch on this gap area. If this gap holds, then we again end up moving. If it goes inside the gap, then probably again retest of 50,600 is quite possible. If this low holds and we make a new high, that's going to be into this area of supply zone. So that's going to be the range if this demand zone holds from, let's say, 50,600 all the way to 52,800. That's pretty good reward to the long side. And if we breach this, then new longs on confirmation at about 49,500. So more bullish with Bank Nifty as compared to Nifty. And maybe if you're an FNO trader, you can focus on the FNO Nifty 50 stocks. Yeah, because if Nifty moves up, these are the stocks which will end up going up. Private banks look good. Even PSU banks look good. And probably pharma, metal, maybe good ideas. Autos, you can look at pullbacks to short rather than going long. Long may not offer you too much of reward towards the show. And also keep in mind that next week we have US election results, which is going to cause volatility increase. This week we have monthly expiry. So be cautious. Maybe it's a good time to take break as since it's going to be Diwali week. Wish you all a very happy Diwali and great well and trade safe.